What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Another episode of the Always Chillin' Podcast. Finally back in the barbershop. Took winter break. It snowed a little bit. We don't like that. We switched the day we recorded on, so but we're back.
Back in the flesh.
That cat I was watching fucking died on us the other day. Yeah, so that was like worst case scenario for like the cat sitting thing because it's
But
like
you said it
we'll
just showed up
what
at
is-
your crib one day, is that?
No, it was my wife's friend's cat.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
It's way worse than that. We were watching it while he moved because he's in the Air Force.
Okay.
And he was moving from Arizona to Florida, and he needed somebody to watch his cat for like 2 months. And we're like, oh, we'll watch it, but the cat fucking died. So,
Well, they say you're not supposed to move cats. They're used to one dwelling.
yeah.
When you move to a different place,
Well, he was
they go bad.
He was doing good, man. He was chilling. He had like a kidney stone that blocked his urinary tract, and he fucking died.
Yeah, Jenna had a cat when I first met her named Chucky, and we moved and fucking died.
Yeah.
That's when I found that out. I was like, really? I didn't know that. Yeah, you're not supposed to move cats.
Mm.
And him being in the Air Force was probably a couple, 2-3 times at least.
No, I don't think so.
No?
I think that would have been his first move. And he got along with the dogs and everything.
Hmm.
And we could have, because he was acting weird for like 3 or 4 days. And if we had brought him in like that first day, they could have just taken it out and he would have been fine.
Damn.
Yeah, we just didn't get him in soon enough, which sometimes that's just how it goes, man. But so now we have our own cat.
Oh, y'all ain't got one?
Yeah, because we had Kevin for like a month and a half.
Kevin.
Yeah, his name was Kevin.
Rest in peace,
Kevin. Dude, he was a good cat. We were like, I was honestly hoping we could talk Ricardo into letting us keep Kevin.
Rest in peace, Kev.
Yeah, so it is pretty sad. And then she had to call and tell him, like, your cat's dead, and he's like, his shit's already moved, so he's just like sitting in an empty apartment by himself.
Dang.
Yeah, so he's
No Kevin.
yeah, it's just like depressed.
Dang, dog.
Yeah, and then it's like, and your cat died, and we feel bad about it because it's like he died on our watch, But then also we were like, it wasn't our cat, and Kevin kind of like we liked having a cat around, so we decided while we had Kevin that as soon as Kevin left, we were gonna get a cat anyway.
Did you rescue or get a kitten?
We went to the Humane Society.
Rescued.
I mean, it's a kitten still because they got
They
got cats like
cats
that.
all day, everywhere.
We went to there was one because we were looking at the website and there was one named Chalupa because we wanted a girl cat and we wanted one that was a little older because we didn't want to deal with all the kitten shit,
Nah.
all the like energy and scratching and all that stuff. So there's one named Chalupa, so we went to see Chalupa, and they take you into like a room. The adoption center out there now, that new one is super nice.
Oh, yeah.
Over on 70th Street. I don't know if you've been in there, but it's like
I think I rode by there the other day.
super duper nice. So they have all these rooms that they like shut you in a room so you can hang out with the animal or whatever. So the lady went to get Chalupa and she was gone for like a long time, and I was like, oh, she's gonna come back and tell us like Chalupa's dead or something. And she came back in and she said that she saw a tapeworm sticking out of Chalupa's ass. So she was like, I don't think you want to meet Chalupa today because like you'll get a tapeworm, your dogs will get tapeworms, like everybody will have a tapeworm. And we're like, no, we don't.
Yeah.
And and even before that, the more she was telling us about Chalupa, like Chalupa was a stray forever, so she's probably kind of mean, and they had to remove a bunch of her teeth, and the more we found out about Chalupa, the less we were into Chalupa anyway. And then she saw the tapeworm, so we're like, okay, so we're just not gonna meet Chalupa then. Like Chalupa's off the table. We're not gonna wait for you to because we could have waited for them to clear up Chalupa's tapeworm if we wanted Chalupa that bad. It's like, nah,
I'm good.
It's like, nah, we're trying to get a cat. We're trying to get a cat
today.
trying to get a cat today, so probably not.
I'm good. I'm good on that.
Yeah, and then there was another one, and she's only like they said she's 1, but she's tiny. She's still super small. So
Might be the rent.
I don't think she's quite 1, but they said they came from like a hoarder house, like the owner surrendered them because they had too many, and you're allowed to have 5, and they surrendered 7. So they probably had like at least 12.
5 cats in one house? You're allowed to have 5 cats in one house?
Mhm.
Really? Ooh. I'm not a cat person. I don't hate them,
Yeah,
but I'm not a cat person.
yeah, I like them. We had cats a lot when I was a kid, and then we've had dogs only since I've been an adult, pretty much. But we were watching Kevin, and the dogs liked him, and it was cool to have a cat around, man.
I actually didn't
They
get my
chill.
first animal, man, till I was a grown-ass man.
Really?
I mean, we had shit. My dad growing up, he had a homeboy He had the baby blue Trans Am. Used to have the gold pinky fucking fingernail. We called him Uncle Joe from Kokomo. Well, anyway, Uncle Joe from Kokomo owns an exotic pet store. So my dad was bringing shit. We've had chinchillas, fucking
Those are cool.
this snapping turtle, bro. We had black piranha that my dad probably could have got federally indicted for. Like we had animals, but just not dogs and cats, not normal shit. We had a fucking bird. We had 2 snakes. One was in the house, got loose in the house. My mom went and stayed in the fucking hotel for a week. I'm coming over to the house every other day trying to look for this motherfucker, man, and was just pooped out on the couch like fuck. And I think my car keys fell out of my pocket or something. I dug down in the couch, and that motherfucker was wrapped all the way around the couch. My mom's like, y'all, she was walking around the house with her little deuce and shit. Till she finally was like, I'm out of here until y'all find that motherfucker. But yeah, man, I didn't get a fucking dog till I was probably 30 years old.
Damn.
I got my first dog. Yeah, probably 30.
That's crazy.
Yeah, probably 30. But I've had animals and shit, though.
Just weird ones.
Just weird shit. Usually my dad got it because he was going to eat the shit. Yeah, my dad, like I said, my dad was a chef. Yeah, turtles, man. My dad with snakes. Yeah, alligator, fucking gator nuggets, gator fucking steak. Yeah, my dad was.
Which is taking them home from Uncle Joe's store.
Yeah.
Just fucking get.
Man, that dude, it used to be out on, it's been years. What was it, 33rd and Cornhusker? It was a yellow building. It had a big parrot on the sign. Parrots, whatever the fuck you wanted, man. Parakeets, man. Parrots are fucking huge, dog. Yeah. Walking in his house, man, he had this big snake pit built into his wall, man. I wonder what happened to old Joe. Yeah, he owned an exotic pet store. That's my dad was his #1 customer, bro. We had all kinds of shit.
Did he know your dad was eating them?
Some of the shit, yeah. Some of the shit, yeah. Like the gators and shit, yeah, he knew, yeah. Yeah. Gator steaks, all that shit. My dad didn't do fish in the restaurant. He would do like gator nuggets.
Oh, it's for the restaurant?
Yeah, shit like that, yeah.
I thought it was just like for your dad to eat at home.
No.
Like he was just going to the reptile store and picking one out and killing it when he got home.
The year we played Florida in that national championship, he started serving gator nuggets and shit, gator po' boys and shit like
That's
that.
Pretty funny.
And it just stayed on the menu. Shit smelled delicious, but felt like you chew a bubble with it, you blow a bubble with that shit.
Yeah, so now we got a tiny cat, Bernie. Her name is Bernie.
I was gonna say, what's his name?
Her name is Bernie. We wanted a girl because we didn't want one that was too like. My parents have a boy cat and he's like an asshole, like he like attacks you for no reason. Like my mom texted me the other day, like, "Hey, don't pick up." His name's Roger. He's like, "Hey, don't pick up Roger anymore because he attacked your dad again." He's like attacking my dad.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
how old is Roger? Roger, old dude.
Yeah, he's older.
Yeah, don't fuck with
but
me.
But for no reason, man. Like he'll like my dad will be sitting on the couch and Roger will come sit on his chest. And then it's like, okay, we're cool. And then he'll attack Dad's face. It's like, dude, I wasn't even doing nothing.
And see that I guess I can say I don't like cats. Cats are fucking assholes, man.
Sometimes, yeah.
I feel like a cat when it looks at me like, who the fuck are you? Who did you used to be?
Well, that's what I like about them.
It's like, motherfucker, and they're just so unpredictable. I guess that's why.
That's why we got a girl, because I've never had a girl cat that's like that. And the girl cat my parents have is super nice, and this cat's super nice, and that's why. Because we wanted an older cat, but then it's like, what if it's a dick? So we got a younger one. So
and they're so independent. They don't need you.
That's what I like about them too.
They don't need you.
And then like, because my wife's super worried about mice and stuff, so it's like,
no, you're good. You're good.
This thing's on patrol.
Yeah,
it's already like, I don't even know where
they're already gone.
I don't even know where it's at half the time.
Yeah, they're already gone because he already cleared the house.
I just walk into the basement and like make noises like, here kitty shit, until it comes out. I don't even know where the fuck it's at ever.
Yeah,
I can't find it.
He's probably already cleared his domain.
Yeah, so
believe that. Yeah, they don't need you.
Yeah,
they're very independent.
A little wary of the dogs, but she likes pets. She meows a lot.
Vocal, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a dog like that that's very vocal.
Purrs loud. That's what I like too. I like when cats purr on you. Yeah, makes you feel good.
Yeah, cats are assholes. Like I said, Jenna had a cat when we first met.
Chucky.
My son kind of moved in with us while he was getting his situation figured out. I think I told this story just the other day to somebody. But anyway, he was getting ready to go to work or something. Had the shower running. You know how the steam kind of rolls out of the hallway, and I'm like, "Hey man, let's get a courtesy flush in there, bro." And he's like, I ain't doing nothing." So I was like, "All right, well, whatever, man. Shut the door, right?" So he goes to get in the shower, and it's this blood curdling scream, man. And at the time, he's like 19, 20 years old. So I ain't just running in there on him. You know what I mean? He can take care of himself in there. He came running out and he's hopping on one foot. So I'm like, would you cut your foot or something? As he's letting his shower water warm up, fucking Chucky goes in here, fucking shits in the shower. And the water's just running on it. It's just rolling out. I'm like, God damn. He goes to step in and steps right in the fucking shit. Chucky did not like my son, man. He did not like my son.
See, that's funny.
Chucky was a fucking asshole to my son. Cool with me. Very timid with me, and that's the shit I don't like. It's like, why you being, what the fuck? What's up, cat? You know what I mean? Fucking kick your fucking ass. Yeah, he did not like my son, though. Cats are assholes, man.
Yeah, that's funny. Hopefully Bernie's not. We'll see. She's cool so far. She kind of just stays in the basement. The dog's kind of, she's worried about the dogs. The dogs don't even like act like she exists.
They'll get used to it.
Yeah, but she'll figure it out. It's only been one day, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we just got her like yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, and we were like, I don't know, we felt like it was kind of fucked up because like her friend's cat just died, but it's like, it wasn't our cat. So we're like, is this too soon? It's like, no. Not really.
Nah.
I'm like, not really. It wasn't our cat. Like, I feel bad.
Yeah.
And I'm sad for him and stuff, but we decided we were going to get a cat when Kevin left anyway.
I mean, shit.
And we bought a bunch of cat shit while Kevin was there because we were like, we're going to need it because we're getting a cat. So we already had a litter box and all that stuff. So
Shit happens. It's all good.
we are using some of Kevin's shit, though. So, like,
Kevin. I love
Kevin.
pets with human names.
Well, dude, man, it's like, Kevin was a good cat. He was cool. Wish we could have kept you, Kevin, but
We got the dog Bohannon, and
she was in the go.
he eats all the carrots in the garden one morning. Janice chasing him around in the backyard, yelling his name. So the lady behind us, she what she say? I love your son's name or some shit like that. And we're just like, yeah, that's our dog, Bohannon.
Bohannon.
Hell of a name. Hell of a name. Hell's on wheels, man.
Anyway, Moonies.
Oh, you
Was-
tap it in?
Yeah, I looked up
Yeah.
Moonies. So if you look up the Wikipedia page for Moonies, Moonies sounds like something I'm not supposed to say. You know, sounds like it'd be like a racist thing to say for like in the future when people live on the moon.
Mm.
Like,
Mm.
is that fucking Mooney?
A derogatory term. Did we make it up already?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Hashtag that shit.
Anyway, yeah, that's a new slur for you, Moonies. If you look up Moonies in Wikipedia, it redirects you to the Unification Church page. Never heard of Unification Church, so I don't know what all this is. Oh, it's called Moonies because the guy's name was Sun Myung Moon.
Okay.
It's a Korean thing, I guess. Unification Church is the uncommon name. Okay, so February 25th, 1920, Moon was born. I guess we're going all the way back to this dude being born. Okay, this dude founded the Holy Spirit Association for Unification of World Christianity. That's the name of the church.
Say it again.
The Holy Spirit Association for the Unification of World Christianity. That was in Seoul on May 1st, 1954.
Wow.
I'm just gonna. What's the general? So it's a new religious movement derived from Christianity, whose members are called Unificationists, or sometimes informally Moonies. So yeah, maybe it is kind of derogatory
For them, I guess.
Yeah. It's founded in 1954 in South Korea. We already know that. Yeah, the HSAUWC. Its name in Korean is like super long too. In 1994, the organization changed its name to the Family Federation for World Peace and Unification.
Jeez.
And I get skeptical and wary of a thing when it's like the Center for Furthering Equality and Treating People Really Good. It's like why are you trying so hard? You could just call it church. You could just call it Unification Church, but instead you need to call it Family Federation for World Peace, and it has to have the word family. It has to have the word world peace. Like how
All the candy words.
like how the measure on the thing that made abortion illegal or whatever was called protect women and kids.
The verbiage, right?
Yeah.
That
So it's
fucked
like
up verbiage.
so it's like you're banking on people not even looking into it, and you're like, well, I want to protect women and kids, so I'm gonna check that one. So obviously it's good because protect women and kids, and whether it's good or bad, whatever, but protecting women and kids is good. It has a presence in 100 countries around the world. Its leaders are Moon, but he's dead, I guess. His wife, Hak Han, who their followers call true parents. So you see where this is going. Moon, he wrote a book, The Divine Principle, which informs the beliefs of the Unification Church. Here we go. Moon considered himself the second coming of Christ, claiming to complete the mission Jesus Christ was unable to because of his crucifixion. Beginning a new ideal family was apparently, he says Jesus' mission was to start a family on earth, but he didn't because he got crucified. He's the second coming of Jesus, and he finished Jesus' mission, is what he said. So his family's like Jesus' family or whatever.
All right.
Okay. His lineage is free from sin, is the thing. Because he's Jesus. He already died for your sins the one time. So now his family is free of sin forever.
Free of sin forever.
And his by family, it's like his members of his like followers.
We're gonna call it what it is here.
Because he's your parents.
Right.
So they're known for mass weddings, which are known as blessing ceremonies,
right.
which we will look up as well. Because these blessing ceremonies have their own Wikipedia article.
Like 1,000 motherfuckers at one time and shit he was doing.
What the
Probably more.
Yeah, so the blessing ceremony of the Unification Church, the Holy Marriage Blessing Ceremony, often abbreviated to blessing, is a large-scale wedding or marriage rededication ceremony sponsored by the Unification Church. It's given to married or engaged couples. Through it, members of the church believe that the couple is removed from the lineage of sinful humanity and engrafted into God's sinless lineage. As a result, the couple's marital relationship and any children born after the blessing exist free of sin. It doesn't say, like... So who's getting married?
I didn't even call it a congregation.
Let's see.
But is it the congregation? The followers?
I don't understand. I don't even understand the... So here's the practices. Here's the steps. The chastening ceremony, the couples strike each other. Oh, so it's a bunch of couples all... So this dude's like, you guys are all married now. It's like couples, not like...
Established couples.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of people all getting married at the same... I thought it was like...
Not arranged.
I thought it was like 100 people all marrying him or something.
Okay. Not an arranged type.
No, it's a bunch of couples.
Okay.
Who are members of the church. Anyway, here's the process. The chastening ceremony. The couples strike each other on the backside 3 times using a wooden stick to symbolically make an end to sin and prepare for a new beginning. So the first thing you got to do is hit each other 3 times on the ass. This dude's like, it's like, some of this culty stuff, it's like this dude's just into weird shit. Like,
yeah, there's some fetish shit. Dog.
Yeah, like he just likes
rocks off type
he
shit.
just likes watching dudes get spanked by their wives. And then step 2, the holy wine ceremony. The couple share a cup of holy wine or grape juice. If they don't drink, that's fine. Which symbolizes their engrafting into God's sinless lineage. Holy blessing ceremony. The couples exchange vows or prayers offered by the officiators. The couple sprinkled with holy water. And then after that, there's a separation period. The couple refrains from having sexual relations for a period of 40 days. But in some cases, much longer. I don't know how they decide.
Why? What the fuck?
Before consummating or reconsummating their marriage. So even if you were already married, you can get married again in the Unification Church. And so you get to reconsummate your marriage. Okay. But you have to wait 40 days or whatever.
Okay.
And then after that is the 3-day ceremony. The couple begins their married life in a highly symbolic ceremony over 3 days, which is considered to reverse the fall of Adam and Eve. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, so there you go. And
Okay.
people thought that was pretty weird, but there was nothing necessarily illegal about it or whatever. So people just thought it was weird, and they did a shit ton of
How
this.
deep, how far in do you have to go before you're brainwashed? When do you realize you're being brainwashed?
I think most of the time you don't. Anyway, now we're back on the main article. His church has been criticized for his teachings and for its social and political influence, with critics calling it a dangerous cult, a political powerhouse, and a business empire. I guess they got a lot of
powerhouse.
I guess they got a lot of political. pull or something.
Whoa.
The group has been accused of excessive financial exploitation of its members. Its involvement in politics include anti-communism and support of Korean unification.
So is this group still around?
Yeah.
What? Holy shit.
Its,
Well,
its members have founded, owned, and supported related organizations in business, education, and politics.
like,
I don't know.
hmm.
Let's see. History. We don't need to know the whole history.
Wow.
Beliefs. There's a lot of beliefs.
Yeah, I just watched a little short video about it. Was mainly about like when do you know you're being brainwashed, but this was the main topic, and I had never heard of this before,
Me neither.
and they're still around.
They're like interfaith, which is kind of like they're a Christian thing, but they accept Judaism and Islam and all that stuff too, I guess.
Huh. Which is,
It's kind of like we're all part of the same,
I mean,
like we're all saying the same shit, which I actually
yeah. If you read one next to the other, yeah, same
which I
places,
actually,
same
like,
people,
kind of agree with.
same terrain.
Well, because isn't the Torah basically just the Old Testament?
Yeah, like I said, you put
And
them
then the
next to
Bible's
each other, you're like,
just-
oh,
The Bible just has more added onto that,
Yeah.
and then the Quran has more added onto that
more added onto that. Of course, and that's what you're gonna do.
or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never read any of them. Have you ever like actually read the Bible, like
Yeah,
the whole thing?
yeah.
Yeah, I have not.
And I will admit, the first time I did that,
It's probably hard to read.
yeah, I was fucked up.
It's probably a lot of like.
And it was the Old Testament.
Well, yeah, it's like probably like what the fuck does that mean?
Like, wow. I tried to read it like a book. I read it like a book, and you can't read it like that. What I found out about the Bible was, and I learned it different. A lot of preachers will be like, well, you got to speak verse, and you got to speak chapter. And I'm like, I don't know it like that. So fuck you. But I do remember the stories. But anyway, say like you start in Genesis, and you may have to go to Revelations, and then from Revelations you may have to go to Ezekiel, and then from Ezekiel you may have to go to Deuteronomy. You ain't gonna, if you try to read that chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're gonna be like, huh?
Well, yeah, it's like you really gotta you gotta study it.
You gotta study it, and then when I got that Bible, I got a Bible dictionary. Homegirl of mine sent it to me when I was in prison, and that's when it really started cracking my mind. Like, oh, this is what this means. This is what they mean. This is what they mean. And it broke everything down for me to where I was able to understand it. But I read the Quran too, and I'm like, yo, same people, same places, same things. All right.
You wanna learn about the brainwashing defense in legal cases?
Yeah.
So this is a Wikipedia article too. We get a lot of our shit on Wikipedia. So the concept of brainwashing has been raised in defense of criminal charges. Most notably, the Charles Manson thing. Like
They still use him for that.
I killed these people because he brainwashed me to do it. He was said to have brainwashed his followers to commit crime and other murder and other crimes. In 1974, this lady, Patty Hearst. Have you heard of Patty Hearst?
Patty Hearst, was she an actress or something?
She was a member of the wealthy Hearst family. She was 19 years old. She was kidnapped by the
coffee.
symbiont-
They were coffee. A coffee family.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Sure.
something like that.
She was kidnapped by the Symbionese Liberation Army, a left-wing militant organization. She was in captivity for several weeks. She agreed to join and participated in their activities. 1975, she was arrested and charged with bank robbery and the use
This
of
is
guns to commit a felony.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember. I read about this.
So in her trial, her attorney said she shouldn't be held responsible for her actions because she was brainwashed
into joining.
Yeah. They said it was comparable to the brainwashing of Korean War POWs. I haven't heard about that.
What?
Let's pivot.
We did that to them, or they did that to them?
No, they did that to us, I think. Yeah, American POWs brainwashed during.
Really?
Let's see. Oh, this is an actual study from SMU. Shout out SMU.
SMU.
About to fire Demond.
Yeah, let's check that out. I ain't never heard of that.
Let's see. American POWs brainwashed. All it wants to give me is these like actual like studies from SMU, and I'm like, I don't want to read this on the podcast. Oh, some military officials and journalists were suspicious of POWs having become brainwashed communists. Okay. So is this a real thing or brainwashing? Forced time. Okay. I think it is a real thing. Here's an article from the Smithsonian.
Okay, good source.
This is called it's pretty much as good as it gets. The true story of brainwashing and how it shaped America.
I mean, because fucking Hitler was doing it. Like, he had his way of doing it.
Korean War.
This is all about around the same time, right? 40s?
Yes, 1946. There's fears of communism and mind control seeped into the American public. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce was so worried about the spread of communism that it proposed removing liberals, socials, and communists from places like schools, libraries, newspapers, and entertainment. 3 years into the Korean War, American prisoners of war began confessing to outlandish crimes. When he was shot down over Korea in 1952, Colonel Frank Schwabel was the highest-ranking military officer to meet that fate. And by February 1953, he and other prisoners of war had falsely confessed to using germ warfare against the Koreans. Oh, so they brainwashed American POWs into confessing to war crimes that they never committed. So they had them saying that they were doing stuff to the Koreans that they weren't actually doing. Apparently. This shocked the American public. So they said they dropped anthrax on Korean civilians, which never happened.
Never happened, yeah. I knew that.
The American public was shocked and grew even more so when 5,000 of the 7,200 POWs either petitioned the U.S. government to end the war or signed confessions of their alleged crimes. That's a lot. 5,000.
What?
5,000 of 7,200.
What kind of that was a heavy program, bro. 5,000?
So what did they do?
Yeah, what were the tactics?
I don't know. It doesn't really say anything about
I'm talking about the fucking 40s. What could you...
I mean, I feel like you could do a lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't say what it did. This article's about like how scared America was of brainwashing and shit.
I mean, fuck, and we got Facebook and fucking all. You know what I mean?
Right.
You ain't scared of it now.
Yeah, you're getting brainwashed like a motherfucker, right? Like right.
Yeah, well,
now.
you said everybody is. I mean, one way or the other.
Yeah.
It's just, is it negative? Is it positive?
Dude, this TikTok thing, I see, like, my wife is scrolling her TikTok, you know, and
People
are acting.
Waiting for it to black out.
Oh, I mean, dude, people are acting like it's such a big fucking deal, dude. People are acting like this thing's no big deal, but it is a big deal. Like, all the TikToks we've ever made are going to go away forever. It's like, you could save them, though, right? Like, if they're that important to you, you can go say, it's not that big of a fucking deal. You're just going to go to Instagram or something.
Right, and make that hot again. I mean, I'm on TikTok. I fuck around on there.
People are acting like they're having some kind of right taken away or something.
Right, and it's not that. I mean, that shit that you agree to when you even download the app, you already signed all that off.
Yeah.
So if it blacks out, yeah, you already
start writing letters to Trump about making it
telling him to buy it, whatever,
making it not illegal anymore, or whatever it even was.
It is educational though. I will say that. I ain't gonna gripe about it. Like, I feel like if you're looking for titties and ass, you're gonna get titties and ass.
If
you're looking for fucking lowrider fucking Impalas and shit. That's what you'll
Yeah.
get. If you're looking for dietary information, then that's what you're gonna get. Most of the time, I'm looking up, my type of shit.
Yeah, there's good shit on there. Recipe. We get a shit ton of recipes. Off there.
Recipes. But it also, like, I follow a guy on there in the cycling community, John Hicks, and he's in Altadena, lives in Altadena. Matter of fact, we should have started off like that. Pray for everybody in LA, man.
Yeah.
Oh man. But anyway, and I said this about TikTok maybe a couple of weeks ago. Like, if you really want to know what's going on in Hamas, there's a guy that you can, if you scroll along enough, he's there. He can show you. You want to know what's happening in Ukraine? There's a kid walking down. I follow another guy. He's busting willies down the street. I'm like, hey, man. I didn't say it, but I'm like, hey, man, ain't y'all at war, motherfucker? He's busting willies down the street. So I'm like, well, fuck, I guess that's just how you have to live in Ukraine today. You know what I mean? When shit hit. But if you really want to know, you can find somebody on there, and they're fucking there. Like the dude, John Hicks, is riding around, on his e-bike looking at the neighborhood, and I'm like, yo, I don't see any of these shots on the news. Not one news outlet was in any of his 32-minute video. And I'm like, wow. You really want to know what's going on? Somebody on TikTok is there. They live there. They're from there. And I think that's probably one of the biggest problems for them than fucking China. Like, what's China want with my fucking information?
It's not even about you. It's about people with, because it's like nothing.
You
we
crooked
have.
motherfuckers.
It's,
You crooked politicians.
Right. You're worried about your shit.
You're worried about your shit. They ain't fucking with me. I mean, what the fuck they want with me?
Well, and they could use it to, like, because they had location stuff, so they could use it to, like, because all the Marines have their phones watching TikToks in the field and shit, so they could use it to track,
understandable,
to track
highly
troop movements
understandable
and stuff. So making it illegal federally and stuff. I got that. Not illegal, just banned.
Just banned
And illegal are different.
Right. While you're here, can't be doing that. I get that, especially when it comes to defending our country and our men and women in uniform. But as far as that, I'm like, yo, it's not that big of a fucking deal. Go outside and play.
No, it's not. It's not a big deal. Well, in most, like, if you're that attached to it, you probably should take a fucking break, dude. Like,
I forget that I don't know how to use it.
Yeah, like, it can be good, but it can be bad too.
Like, when it comes to posting my own shit, I don't think I know how to use it yet. I don't think I'm really privy to. I don't use the edits, the filters. And, I don't know how to do none of that shit. So I'm like, I could live without it, but I'm like, yo, I kind of like it too. But it ain't detrimental to my fucking survival.
No.
I don't feel like a right's being taken away from me.
No, I'm not gonna lose sleep about TikTok, man.
Not at all.
Especially, like, Instagram Reels is like the same shit. Facebook Reels is like the same shit.
Instagram,
like YouTube has it.
Yeah, YouTube
Snapchat
has it.
They're
it,
all little scrolly. It's all the same shit.
Are they all meta now?
No,
YouTube's not meta yet.
No, I think just Instagram and Facebook.
Threads.
Yeah, Threads. Yeah, I don't have a Threads.
And that I don't know how to. It's
what
the
is
same
thing?
thing.
It's like Twitter or something. What is that?
Yeah, it's a junior Twitter.
Oh.
Not much. Not much commenting, and conversing on there. It's just like, hey, look at me, type shit. Like, I don't even think you can really hashtag on there. I think they cut a lot of hashtag, which I thought was weird. It's like they have their own. But yeah, it's not detrimental to my survival. It's like I told my nephew the other day, go outside and play. Motherfucker.
It's
He
cold.
looked at me like,
cold right now, man.
Go outside and play. It is cold in a motherfucker. And that's what I'm saying. We got fires on one side of the country. Eastern part of the country is fucking frozen. Southern part of the country is seeing fucking snow. And they're I don't know. Of course, the fires, man. Again, pray for LA and everybody
crazy,
in California
man.
being affected by that. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't fathom that. I mean, call me conspiracy theorist. Call me what you want, man. But like I said, seeing some of these videos on TikTok and YouTube, and none of these are news sources. A lot of these people are just cycling communities that I follow that are there. Obviously, most of them in California that are there, and it's like, oh my God. It's kind of hard to think. And I think they did catch a guy or a couple guys setting these fires.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. And I ain't trying to say nothing, but I'm gonna say it. Since everybody's big on this freedom of speech shit, motherfucker look kind of like an insurgent to me.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, you should check it out. I'm like, or maybe South American. Didn't look, his stature didn't look Mexican to me. Could have been South American, but he looked really Middle Eastern.
I'm pulling away from even looking at news at all because I saw this thing about it was like the view from a satellite, and you could see like all the fires started almost the same time, and it's like, is this even a real video?
And that's what I told the wife, like, and I hate to even mention this motherfucker's name up with the Diddy shit. I was like, there's stages to this shit. And right now we're in the bizarre speculation stage.
Yeah.
Satellites. The laser thing, that's not far off. We know they've been doing that since the 80s. And that, I think that was bought up in a couple wildfires ago out in California. That was the green lasers that were being pointed around at planes and all that shit. Remember that shit? That big deal?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's not far off, but yeah. And the way the news kind of played it in the beginning, they led us to believe that it was just one big fire, when really it was like, it's a surrounding area. You know, it's surrounding the valley. You know, that's, you know, if I want to smoke somebody out or get them out of the way, you smoke out the valley, right? You hate to think that somebody or some organization did this type of shit on purpose, but what the fuck? Are insurance companies big Ponzi schemes? And they just made up laws for us along the way to make us obey? Brainwash us? I mean,
maybe.
I haven't been to the doc. I mean, Lord willing, you know, I haven't been to the doctor in years, and it's like I pay all this money for insurance all year, and I don't go to the doctor once. Like, y'all owe me some change.
Well, after when we went and got that cat, they're like, oh, we did all the paperwork and stuff, and we got the cat in the cat carrier, and they're like, okay, before you get out of here, we just got whatever the fuck his name, Paul or something. Like, Paul's gonna come talk to you about some extra resources, or like whatever, and we're like, extra resources? What the fuck is this?
What?
And then dude comes in, he has a name tag. It's this. I'm not even gonna say the company's name because I don't give a fuck about him. Not that anybody cares, but he was trying to sell us pet insurance. It's not like a horrible thing, but he's in there like, he's like, man, you know, you go to the emergency vet, it's $1,000 to get in the door, and I'm like, okay, dude. I mean, I'm not saying I'm thinking this. I'm like, that's a lie though. Like, you know that I have dogs. I know that like the visit at the emergency vet, I know it costs $100. I know it does, and you're lying to me. You're like trying to manipulate me. It's like predatory almost. And he's like. And the thing says, it says plans average $20 a month or whatever. And he's like, okay, so this cat is blah, blah, types in the cat's information like it's a fucking person. And he's like, okay, so this cat would be like $29.99 a month. It's like, okay, the thing says $20, but our cat's $29.99. He's just like, and he's trying to make us like worried about shit. He's like, you know, the vet bills are pretty much the same as people bills. Like, vet bills are expensive, but they're not the same as people bills, dog.
Ponzi scheme.
They're just not.
Ponzi scheme.
And he's like, trying super hard to like manipulate me emotionally into like, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, nah, dude, I'm not, like, no, I'm good. No. And then on our way out of there, I'm like, man, like, if anything, having dogs, I know that like all, like one of our chihuahuas died, right? And if we had pet insurance for her the whole time, we would have paid way more than we would have paid for her vet bills ever. Like,
so make sense.
Yeah. Like, you're just trying to, that's one of those places where it's like, it's cheaper to have money.
Right.
Like, it's more expensive to be poor. Insurance is another one of those things. Like, if you can afford to pay out of pocket at the doctor, it's way cheaper for you.
Way cheaper.
But if I can only afford $20 a month, I need to pay $20 a month every single month just in case I get hurt someday.
And see, just in case, and maybe not.
And the insurance company doesn't want to ever pay you out, and they're going to try super hard not to.
Not. Down to one fucking nickel.
Because that's how they make their money.
No, you don't.
They make their money on taking your money and you not having anything wrong with
you said it's $20. How many $9 deals is he making a day? You want my $9, motherfucker? It says 20 here, and you want.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm like, what about our cat makes it 29. Like it's a 1-year-old cat. You just did a bunch of health stuff on it. Like they check it for feline AIDS. They check it for a bunch of diseases and shit. The cat's negative on everything. It's a 1-year-old cat. It's super healthy.
We're fucking A1, bro.
Well, like what made it $9 more? Like what about this cat bumped it $9? I don't. He's like, oh, it's about zip codes and whatever. It's like I don't give a fuck, dude. Like
see, verbiage and jargon, man.
it's like you're just trying to take my money, man.
That's it, motherfucker.
Like I have home insurance. Like the insurance company hopes my house never catches on fire. Like they don't want to pay for my house burning down.
And I don't want to. I don't
want
want
to take my money forever.
Right. You want to take my money forever,
And
or
never give me anything.
what I'm looking at, and this pertains even to Hawaii, like eminent domain, like something I haven't heard in years. I remember studying eminent domain in social studies in 1989, and I probably haven't heard that since eminent domain. But I've been hearing that swung around a lot about like Hawaii and now LA, because you know the Olympics. Are the Olympics going to be still held in LA?
Well, now it'll be a good excuse to
To-
make sure, like, we need to make our. Because I saw a thing. I mean, not an excuse, but I saw a thing about there's like $150 billion of damage, and it's going to take probably 10 years for the area to recover or something.
That's
So it's like they need to have the Olympics now because that's going to make them a bunch of money.
And why is there always a disaster before something like this, a Super Bowl or an Olympics?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's conspiracy theorist right there. But yeah, I mean, 10 years and it's still burning.
Well, and then it's like you're just going to spend the whole time worried it's going to happen again, dude. But apparently LA wasn't doing vegetation control for some reason.
Shut the water off.
They shut the water off.
Cutting down brush. Stopped all that shit.
And they cut their firefighting budget like $17 million.
Well, you know, in California they use a lot of inmates.
Yeah.
For that shit too.
For firefighting?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I mean,
whatever. Don't go to jail.
Yeah, first. I'm pretty sure it's by choice. Like they don't force you.
Yeah, it's like a volunteer.
It's volunteer.
I mean, when you're in jail and someone's like, you want to go do this shit? It's probably like, yeah,
fuck it. Especially if I'm looking at 50, 60. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, I'll go try fighting fire.
Yeah, I'll go fight some fires. I'm pretty sure you get time knocked off.
I'm sure you do. Yeah.
I don't know if you have an opportunity to join the. I didn't look at. I'm assuming so. You're working right next to.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool. Like criminal to law-abiding citizen pipeline is to like
going to fight
hook them up with the
fires.
fire department.
That kind of fire. Yeah, you're a bad motherfucker. But yeah, Cali uses a lot of inmates to do that, which I'm sure they're up there now, doing a lot of that shit. I think it was. Man, California has so many wildfires. It's probably been about 8 years at the most. There was 9 inmates that died up there.
Damn.
And couldn't get off the mountain. And they said Kamala Harris probably should have released them all years ago. So that was kind of on her hands. Yeah, that was. I remember that. That's when I started hearing her name when that happened. They were all inmates. I think they were 9. There were 9 of them that couldn't make it off the mountain. All over their eligibility dates. So probably should have been out. But
Crazy.
to perish like that, right?
That's sad.
It is sad. It's very sad. I couldn't imagine that shit, watching that shit. Like I said, watching that shit on TikTok, watching that shit on YouTube. And it's like, man, 500 acres. And if you ain't from the Midwest and you can't look down the road and see an acre. You don't understand how much that is. An acre's a lot to watch burn. To sit and watch. I've done that before. Burn off fields and shit. You know what I mean? That's a lot. That's a lot of area, bro. I'm fucking freaked me out, man. I'm like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I didn't do it again.
And wildfires burn real fast too. That's 500 acres goes fast.
Then you throw 85 to 100 mile an hour winds. And then that's when the conspiracy theories comes out. I know the Santa Ana winds are real. I lived in California. That shit's real.
Yeah.
That shit'll knock over a fucking palm. 100-year-old palm. But goddamn, how convenient. We got fire and 100 mile an hour wind.
Well, I don't think it was convenient. I think it was because there was a dude on the Joe Rogan podcast. Have you seen it? It was like 4 or 5 years ago. He's a firefighter, and he was like, I can't believe LA hasn't burned down. And Joe Rogan's like, why? And he's like, well, because one day he's like, one day there's gonna be a fire and the wind's gonna be blowing this way. And Joe Rogan's like, why hasn't
I think that's what it is. The wind's blowing in the opposite direction.
Well, Joe Rogan's like, why hasn't it happened yet? And the dude was like, we're just lucky. He's like, one day it's gonna happen, but so far we're just lucky. So I don't think it is a conspiracy. I think this is just the one time it's happened.
The one time it's happened.
Yeah, because this dude years ago, he was like, yeah, it's gonna catch fire on this side. The wind's gonna blow this way, and it's gonna burn all the way through Los Angeles.
I think I did see that clip, that little short clip.
Yeah,
I did see that.
Yeah, it's from years ago, and yeah, he's like, well, why hasn't it happened yet? He's like, I don't know, like it just hasn't, but it's gonna.
Well, you remember the cop show, Angela Bassett. And it was a dope ass show, but it was called Badlands.
I never saw that.
Yeah, that's the nickname for L.A., the Badlands. Like I watched this shit. It's called Cities That Should Have Never Became Cities, and L.A.'s one of them. Like all the tar pits and all that shit around. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they probably should have never been a fucking city.
I don't like LA that much.
It was nasty.
Just because it's too big.
Too big. It was nasty.
Well, yeah, there's homeless people everywhere.
And I'm talking last time I was there, this shit was in the 90s, so I could imagine what the fuck it looks like now, bro.
Well, dude, I was there. You could there was a street we came up on and you could smell it. Like down the block, we were like,
that ain't food.
Yeah, we're like, here's a homeless camp coming up.
Yeah.
Like all the way down the street, just tent.
And that's what everybody's like, I'm moving to LA when I move out. Yeah. I found out quick. I'm a small town Midwestern boy.
Well, and it's way more expensive and it's shitty, dude. Like
nowhere near the beach. And
the places that are nice, like Anaheim and shit, you can't afford to live there.
You can't afford to live there. You can't even afford to get gas at the gas station in this motherfucker, dog. This is different gas.
In California, dude, it's like when we were there for Disney, we didn't have a lighter. So we went to the gas station, and it's like they keep the lighters locked up, like fucking, like you're asking for crack.
Bulletproof. I don't want to live like that. Like I want to, like, what's up, bro? You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to live like that. Then the traffic. Oh man.
Yeah, that sucks.
Oh no, man. Every street is an O street. The fucking side street.
Dude, I mean worse than that, dude.
And I need to get off on this exit, and I'm way over here. It's like, I'm about to die today, man. Yeah. Fuck that shit. Found out quick. I'm a small town Midwestern boy. That big city shit.
Well, even Lincoln's getting. I'm thinking about it, man. I'm thinking about looking at something
in the country,
a little farther away, not like in the country, just like a little.
Well,
bit
yeah, that's what
I
told my sister moving her here from Denver. I was like, Lincoln, even different from Omaha. If you don't want neighbors in Lincoln, you don't have to.
Yeah,
you really don't have to, and you're still in the city.
Yeah. Well, dude, it used to be like I would take the day off work, and we'd be like, oh, let's go out to eat at 1 p.m. on a random day I took off work, and the restaurant would be empty, dude. Now there's a 45-minute wait at Red Robin and shit.
Like, what happened? Yeah.
Like everywhere you go, dude. Like, oh man, I took the day off work. We'll go to the grocery store and get our shopping done while there's nobody there. No, dude, the parking lot's fucking full every minute of every day.
I remember as a kid growing up in the 80s and the 90s, and we sat at. I remember the jump from 205 to 225. And we sat at 225 for a long time. And I heard somebody in the shop say the other day, we're over 300. I said, get the fuck out of here. He said, no. From across the street.
I mean, yeah, dude. The fucking,
like, really? Lincoln, we're over 300?
Well, you see everything they're building is an apartment building.
Yeah, and I was like, well, yeah. I mean, South Point, fucking.
I went down O Street right here, through downtown for the first time in a long time. There's like 7 new apartment buildings right there. That I've never even seen before.
I turned the corner the other day, bro, and I lost my whole sense of direction. Like, where the fuck am I? Oh, shit. Yeah, so I guess, yeah. I mean, Omaha's been a metro area. What is Omaha's population? If we're fucking 300, shit, they got to be 500,000.
Yeah, Omaha's up there.
They were always about 100 and a half more than us up there. But yeah, I've been thinking about it myself too. I never thought I'd ever say it, but yeah, I've been thinking about hitting them outskirts myself.
Yeah, just a town that has its own little grocery store or something that I don't have to come into the Walmart and shit for. Just come into Lincoln every once in a while. Maybe like a half hour, 45 minutes out.
Fallbrook
would be all right.
A lot of acres is out there for land for sale, man.
Yeah,
we talked about
if you're too close to Lincoln, it's expensive.
It's expensive. You gotta find
So
that
I gotta
line
be,
out
yeah,
there.
gotta be a
You get
little
too
farther
far
than
out,
that.
they want to put a fucking windmill in your fucking backyard. I'm
That
like,
ain't bad. They give you money for
yeah,
that. That's not
you
bad.
the wife has a friend. I think 1.5. It's like shit. How can you not say no to that just for that? Yeah, go ahead. I'll fucking move. I'll keep the property, but I'll just fucking move. I think that's what he did. Built a house on the highway.
I'll just look at the windmill, man. I don't care. That shit sounds cool to me. Is it noisy or something? Really?
Yeah, he said it's no. It fucks with his dogs too.
Oh no shit. Whatever. You can fuck with my dogs for $1 million, dude.
$1.5 million.
$1.5 million. You can fuck with both of them.
Go ahead.
All right, anyway, that's a good place to stop, man. We gotta get out of here. Thanks for listening. It's nice to be back. Good to see you, my brother. Oh, we didn't even talk about like Christmas and all that shit. I assume you had a good Christmas.
Oh yeah, Christmas went
Saw
good,
some
man.
family
Had
and
all my
shit.
kids. Everybody came. My grandbabies, man. It was festive,
That's
dog.
good.
It was real festive.
That's good.
Next time we have a party, we're gonna have to rent some shit out. God damn, we deep, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see that.
That's good though. That's how it goes.
How like my family's so huge. Like I got second cousins and shit. Shit, I got third cousins. We don't call each other second and third. Like we were all raised together.
Yeah.
Like we were never distant. And then now I got my own grandbabies. I got great nieces and great nephews, and it's like, God,
That's crazy.
damn, to see this shit grow like this, man. It was dope. It was real dope.
Damn.
How'd y'all go? Y'all travel?
Nah.
No,
Ours
a lot
was
of people
chill.
did.
Ours was chill. Our family's pretty small still, man. My sister has a stepkid now, but that's
How
it
old?
so far? How old is he? He's like 3 or 4.
Oh, little dude.
He either just started school, he's about to start school.
Little dude.
I'm not sure.
Uncle Tom.
I don't even ask how old people are. I just suck at that.
Uncle
He's
Tom.
he's at the age where he really likes monster trucks.
Monster trucks and dirt.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I can
Stuff
fuck with
like
him.
that. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, good to see you, man. Good to see you guys too. You have a good week.